In my last video, I mentioned that I would look at two more areas of Armenia that anyone coming here might find attractive, and I'm going to do the first one today. My name is William Hutchison. My wife and I own Armenia Colombia Realty for Expats in Armenia, Colombia, where I've lived for 12 years. If you add .com to that company name, it will take you to our blog and our current listings. I'm going to refer to my notes. Obviously, I have 4 condominiums that might be of interest. I'm using 4,500 Colombian pesos to the dollar. It's about that right now, and it's forecast to get weaker. So in actual fact, these values should decrease over the next months, because converting American dollars, for example, to Colombian pesos, you would get more pesos for your dollar, so pay in less dollars. The area I'm going to talk about today is called Centenario. It's actually not really a barrio, it's more of an area. Centenario is one of the major 4-lane roads that run north-south through Armenia. It's on the east side, very, very heavy traffic, lots of trucks, lots of buses. The street is perhaps 5 kilometers long. But the one positive about it is a lot of these developments are not on Centenario itself. They're off little side roads that run off Centenario that you access the building from. Perhaps 200 meters away from all the traffic noise, so the area is very tranquil. If you get on the right side of the building, the views are fantastic. The views back towards Centenario are okay, but the ones over the hills, the rolling foothills, a sunny day you see 3 or 4 different shades of green. They are really spectacular. There's some commercial on Centenario. Down towards the city, there's a large mall, Home Depot type store, large grocery store. There's little tiendas. The mall has a food court. On the opposite side with the views, there's some nice restaurants, not very pricey, but the food quality is good, and they aren't far from these buildings. The one thing you have to understand about Centenario is it's not as convenient as some of the other barrios I've covered, particularly Laureles and Castellana. You'd pretty much have to be using taxis. There's no real bus service over there, but taxis are 4 or 5 kilometers for $2 or less. So if you organize your life, and even if you're out 10 times a month, every 2 or 3 days you need a taxi out and back, you're still only into $40 a month. At some point you may want to buy a car, and that's fine. The Renaults here, the little 4-door Logan sedan, you can buy brand new for $12,000, including the sales tax. So that is not a major financial commitment in it by any stretch of the imagination. Most of the development over there has been over the last 5 years, so all of these condos are new. These ones that I've selected are some of the larger, because many condos over there, they're doing 3 bedrooms, 2 and 3 bathrooms in 70 square meters, 750 square feet. And they just, for me personally, they just don't work. Please understand, I'm going to make some comments, as I have in other videos, and that's my opinion on some of them. You may not agree, and that's okay with me entirely. But I might be looking for things differently than the things that you're looking for. You can follow along. I'm going to put the links down below. You can follow along. Just pause the video. Maybe you want to go through the photos and so on while I'm talking about the apartment or the condominium. The first one is a 3 and 3, 3 bedroom, 3 bathroom, 2 parking, 1,100 square feet. They're asking $138 US, and the administration's $91 a month. It's a nice, bright apartment. The one thing I like about it too is the master bedroom opens to the balcony. So it's almost as though you've added square footage onto your master bedroom. Beautiful place to have a coffee in the morning, or if you're so inclined, a rum and coke at night. It just adds a lot to the feel of the apartment. It's a great view. It's got a pool and a sauna. It's a nice unit, and the price is not too bad. If you could negotiate that down to 120 or 125, I think you'd have yourself a pretty nice place to live. The second one is also 3 and 3, 2 parking, 1,100 square feet. They're asking 106, and the administration is 77. I think this apartment, condo, is in the same building as number one. And if it is, it makes number one pricey, because this is tremendous value. If you look at the kitchens, they're similar designs, similar material. The floor plan is a little different, but here you'll find, I suspect, as in most condos, if the condo ends in 03, as you go up the floors, it's one floor plan, and all the 05s are another floor plan. That just makes sense. So this condo is similar size, a little different floor plan, but they're asking over 30,000 US dollars less, and I don't see the value in number one if you can get number two for this price. The third one is a 3 and 2, 1 parking, 1,000 square feet, asking 102. Administration as posted is $44 a month. I don't think so. It's not likely. Maybe a typo. Maybe it should be 74 or something like that. But it certainly isn't 44. The rooms look a little tight to me, especially the living room, dining room. If you look at the furniture in there, it's pretty crammed between the dining suite and the living room. I think they're using one bedroom as a TV room. That's nice. I mean, there's no issue with that. But if you look at the bedrooms too, I think the one has a single bed, if I remember correctly, and it looks like it's taking up a decent area of the bedroom. So if you put double beds in those bedrooms, there would be room to walk around, maybe one night table, depending on the closet doors. If they're sliders, maybe you could get 2 night tables in. But if they open back and forth, the swing of the door would take up the room for 1 night table, I suspect. But all in all, for the price, $102,000, you can't beat it. The last one is a 3 and 3, 1 parking, 1,100 square feet. Asking $151. The administration is $76. It's the 11th floor with a great view. This apartment is overpriced by at least $21,000, maybe $31,000. People here have the mistaken impression that a view adds about 30% to the value of the apartment. But what they don't understand is that people who are shopping are usually shopping a price range. The style isn't all that important, whether it's a condo or it's a townhouse or if it's a freestanding home. I think most expats are going to be looking for value, and there's no value here. As an example, and I'll give you 2. There's a listing right now at the airport, the best barrio in all of Condos. It's a freestanding home, beautiful, natural glass interior. It's on my video of homes at the airport. I think the second one. It's $900,000, so about $40,000 more than this condo is asking. If you have the financial ability, there's no comparison of the 2 lifestyles. You want to live in a condo, beautiful view, yes. You want to live in a freestanding home, beautiful modern design, very bright. I'm buying the modern home. There's no question about that. Because for the extra $40,000, I think you're getting much, much better value. As I said, it's the 11th floor. It's got a good view, but people will pay a little for the view, but they're not going to pay what these people want, I don't think. The second example I want to give you, because it came up yesterday when I was looking at the listings, is I saw a listing in a townhouse project not far from me here that is asking $900,000 for a townhouse. I'm sorry, 900 million for a townhouse. Even after 12 years, I get pesos mixed up. I showed one there probably 4 months ago now for 550 million. These people are, I mean, there's no chance. It's not going to sell. But what people do here, some, is they jack the price 20 or 25% over market and hope that someone comes along to buy it and pay the premium and not get the value that they think they're going to get. It's easily done because of how much places here sell for compared to where you're from. But if you pay 30% for something when you should have paid 22%, that's a lot of dollars. My focus on expats is to see that that doesn't happen to my clients. I'm not going to let anyone get gringo'd. The most anyone that deals with me is going to pay is market value, and we're going to shoot for less. That's just the way it is. I have an old saying, you make your money when you buy, you get your money when you sell. And if you overpay when you buy, you're never going to get what you should get when you sell. And that money that you overpaid is gone forever. That's just simply the way it is. And here, it's culturally correct and well known that in many, many instances, there are two prices. One is for Colombians, one is for gringos, and I'll let you guess at which price is best. That's for you to consider. All for this video. Tomorrow I'm going to have one on Carrera 19. That's Avenue 19. Again, not really as convenient as some of the other barrios, but some good values and worth looking at, especially if your plan is to buy a car. There is some commercial development in the area, a grocery store, a little shopping mall, some discount stores, those sorts of things. So it's not super inconvenient, just not as convenient. William Hutchison, Armenia, Colombia Realty for Expats, signing off. I live in paradise. You can too.